All right, at the 2017 VRIC here, I've got David Morgan, the Silver Guru. David, good to see you.
It's good to be with you, Rob.
So, nice little buzz in the house here, better than the last few years. Seems like people are a little more enthusiastic. I see the Dow hitting 20,000. I see Yellen talking about 3 rate hikes. What could that potentially do to this environment?
Well, I think this sector by itself has hit the bottom. I think I called the bottom correctly, finally. I missed it a couple of times. Last year, or 2015, the end of the year. So 2016, we had a pretty good year up through the summer, and then of course it got sold off. And here we are in January with a very strong market again. As far as interest rates are concerned, I mean, in the Morgan report, I emphasized again and again and again that the Fed really doesn't lead as much as most people think. They raise interest rate because the bond market demanded that they raise interest rates. I think we're in that environment. Whether they'll do 3 or not in 2017 remains to be determined. I think we'll probably see at least 2. Not because of the excuses that the Fed will give that the economy is strong, although it might look stronger under Trump, and I say look like it's stronger, but it's because that the bond vigilantes, the bond market itself, the market itself, better than all of us, will determine that the interest rates have to be raised to maintain what the yields are being given by the marketplace. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so you got a Dow bumping on 20,000. So, yeah, I mean, are they positioned to where they can't do anything but not raise? If that makes any sense?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, again, if the market is forcing interest rates higher, the Fed's got to go along with it. So they're actually following, not leading. And the market's determining that because of the risk profile in the debt markets and the pressure that people don't want to hold dollars long term. And that means that the marketplace itself is determining that. So a lot of people say, oh, the U.S. is going to negative interest rates and they'll be negative, negative, negative. I don't think so. I think that Trump's going to have a tough time having a softer dollar. They could talk it down and maybe they can force it down for a while. But the problem is that there are not many places to go. In other words, and let me be succinct, Rob, when you are managing the billions of dollar levels that sovereign wealths do, meaning France, Germany, all this, it's all debt, but they call it an asset. You can't move that kind of money into gold. You can't move that kind of money into the stock market. The only thing you can do is try to move some debt to some other type of debt. In other words, bonds from, let's say, UK into the U.S. Treasury market. So you've got a real problem in the world trying to move this debt around and get to a place that's really going to work, because none of it's going to work. The whole world is over indebted. Having said that, the safest place temporarily is the U.S. debt market, but that's changing. And now where do you go? And the answer is there really isn't an answer.
So if we're sitting here December 31st, metals significantly higher, you think? Or
I think moderately to good year. I'm looking for this year for silver to be over 20. I'm going to be a little more conservative than the normal. Gold, I don't know. But if I'm wrong and it takes off, the levels to look for are $26 silver and $15.50 gold, each confirming each other. And if we get to that level, we're going to get a lot of public back into this market. Right now, it's a sophisticated investor, people that know the resource sector and understand where we are in the market cycle.
So it ought to translate to some of these juniors, I would imagine, some good years for most of them.
Oh yeah, it'll be good. The ones that have survived and they have real merit, they're going to do quite well.
David Morgan, how can we follow you?
Get on my website and get on our free list. Just go to themorganreport.com, give me your first name and a valid email address. We'll give our free work. If you're a serious investor, drill down and look at the subscribe section, and I do a video there. And I have a little matrix that shows you what you get with the Morgan Report versus all the other newsletters. So it's a pretty good value.
Silver Guru, David Morgan, appreciate your time.
Thanks so much, Rob.